This is going to be a fun one. I'm going to share a few stories from my first 4 months in the US. So let's get right in. I came to US as an international student to pursue my master's in robotics in Los Angeles back in August of 2018. The day I was to arrive, there was a heat wave going over Los Angeles. And the moment I stepped out of the airport, the heat wave hit me so bad, I felt like I was in Jaipur. And I've spent like 4 years in Jaipur, so I know what Jaipur feels like. But this is not the real story. Let's get to the stories. I'm going to share 3 stories with you from my first 4 months. Okay. So for the first story, I'm sharing with you what happened that very evening when I arrived in the US. I was sitting with my roommates in my apartment, and an old Chinese lady came knocking our door. She wanted some help, and unbeknownst to how things work around here, I, out of generosity, agreed to help, right? She took me and my roommate through some really dark alleys, let's say dark streets, corners, not didn't really look posh, let's say. And she led us to her apartment. She needed some help changing channels on her TV. So far, so good, right? Nothing too bad. What I skipped to tell you here is that when I was going through those alleys, right, I noticed what I could most likely ascertain were bullet holes. And I learned a very important lesson there, coming out of there unscathed, is that never be too generous when you don't know the people. Okay. And that could have gone really horrible. Okay. And this was just the first evening in the US. Okay. So that was the first story. The second story I'm going to share is from that very week in the US. I and my roommates were going for grocery shopping at, I think, what was dollar store, because the prices are cheap there. So I think it was dollar store. And we were walking down the sidewalk when a guy on a bicycle, very rugged appearance, also most likely drugged, I would say definitely drugged, came around us and started, out of 5 people, started to pick on me. Okay. Saying things like, "What you looking at? You Superman looking motherfucker." And I was baffled. I was taken aback. Like, what do I do here? Right? There's 5 people here. We all knew this is our first week. And suddenly someone's picking on me. We kept walking. We didn't do anything. We just kept walking. We ignored him. After some time, he just went away, and a sigh of relief washed all over us. I learned another very important lesson. But as the sigh of the relief washed all over us, my friends joked about it, saying that, well, at least he complimented you before picking on you. While to say so, it's a joke and you can make it funny, but a ton of things could have gone horribly wrong in that altercation, right? And I'm glad none of these were physical altercations so far, right? So I'm still lucky that I got out of there. A lesson quickly learned is that just because things are cheap, don't go walking down some street in the US. That was at least in those let's say dark alleys. That was the second story. I came out of 2 stories unscathed. Let me talk about third story, okay? And let's go forward a couple of months. Let's talk about close to New Year's, okay? This is New Year's 2018, and I'm visiting my friend in Chicago. And he has some invitation at a party at Hilton's, and I don't know anyone at the party, okay? But before going to the party, we kind of pre-game. We do some shots, and then we head towards the party. When we went there, I don't really know anyone. My friend knows everyone there, okay? But I'm still like friendly, hanging out, dancing, having good conversations, all things fine, okay? So far, so good. After some time, my friends and I decided that let's step out a bit, let's eat something, and then we'll decide what to do. So we step out. We had a slice of pizza, I suppose, um, and then we decided to head back. But there's a fine detail there. We forgot which room we were supposed to go, and just out of familiarity of the let's say interiors of the hotel, we thought, okay, this is the right room, and we just went inside. It was not the right room. Let me give you a disclaimer. It was not the right room. We went there, and again, I didn't know anyone at the party, so I was just hanging out again, right? And none of the guys are my friends. I don't know anyone. None of the girls are my friends. Again, I don't know anyone, but I'm getting friendly with every one of them. None of the girls are my friends, nor any one of them is my lady, and I'm getting friendly with them. More importantly, like, not friendly in the bad way, just like friendly and kisses on cheeks and just like being nice. And none of the ladies are mine, by the way. But some guys were actually also playing poker and at the table, and I sat down with them, and just by the corner of my eye, noticed one guy with a gun. The moment I saw the gun, I came back to my senses. I realized what I've been doing here, and I'm getting a little bit too friendly with their ladies. Maybe I shouldn't be even here, right? And the moment we realized that, we quickly got out of the room. Obviously, we didn't make any sudden moves. We subtly but really quickly got out of the room. Okay, we still did friendly hellos and everything, but since we realized where we were in the wrong room, we just subtly but quickly got out of the room. Again, three situations, I came out of them unscathed, no physical altercations whatsoever. I think I should thank my lucky stars that how did I come out of there so unharmed. Okay, I'm so glad I did. But some important lessons learned there as well is that never lose your senses, never be too trusty, and never go into dark, never go into places just because the prices are cheap. So three important lessons to learn. Okay. And but yeah, for this video, I'm going to stick to just these three stories. It was wonderful reminiscing those memories with you all. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.